My draft question of the day, because I tweeted it this morning and I think I asked you, because I'm just playing with different guys being available at different spots in the draft. If you got to the Cowboys' second first-round pick and Kenyon Sadiq, the Oregon tight end that runs did he run a 4.3 or a 4.4? He runs fast.
Tight end.
He's 6'3", he's 245. He blocks better than you would think for that size. And he's incredibly athletic tight end. Would the entire Metroplex or all of Cowboys Nation lose their mind if you took a tight end at 20?
Yes.
And are we setting ourselves up, that leads to my follow-up, are we setting ourselves up to fail an NFL draft if we think offensive line is a no-go, defensive tackle is a no-go, wide receiver is a no-go, tight end is a no-go? Do you think you're going to pick the best players? If half the players in the draft are off limits?
I like that's the thing about the draft, because we want to draft pure, want to take the best players regardless of position.
Close as you can.
You're at the top of the draft because you have freaking needs, okay? You have major needs. That's why you're picking where you are. That's why the quarterback who's not close to the best player in the draft is being picked first. We're addressing needs, and there are needs at positions that even though they might not be a better player, they go higher than other guys because you draft needs. And so, yes, theoretically, you want to just pick the best player regardless of position, just get all the talent. But you have needs for a reason. And unless the tight end is hitting several picks, several spots above the next guy at the need, but then you do it. Kind of like the CeeDee Lamb, but you had to take CD because the need or the value outweighed the need by so much.
Yeah.
Because, it's funny, and it better be funny.
Better be.
Because the guy that everybody thought they were going to pick is the guy that is in free agency now. Everybody thinks the Cowboys could be an option is the defensive end from
Kayvon Chason.
Chason, right?
Yeah.
He's been a bust. He's only come and become a decent player the last couple of years, right?
Yeah, he's an okay pass rusher.
He's okay pass rusher, but he's the guy that everybody was mocking to the Cowboys when they thought CD was going to be off the board.
Yeah.
And the Cowboys, took the best player. When the best player is that much better than the need, then you take the best player. But most likely the tight end won't be 10 slots better than the guy you have picked at that point.
I guess the way I'm looking at it is...
And one other thing real quick. The Cowboys don't even talk to tight ends at the combine.
That's a sneak attack. It's a sneak attack.
I mean, the last couple of years, they have not done any formal interviews with tight end because they feel they're good. And again, I said it's Brevin fans for a season. It's Brevin's fans for a season.
Brevin would play great with Kenyon Sadiq. And that's just a name that I was throwing out because another one is like, if you got to 12 overall, and if no one has picked the Miami right tackle, Francis Maui-Noah, I think he'll be the best player on the board.
Okay.
And
by how much at that point?
It can't be by too terribly much because you're 12 picks in.
Right.
But it's the same. But okay, we can do this with the 12th pick. And I think they kind of got lucky here, but they didn't want to draft Micah Parsons. They wanted to draft Pat Surtain or J.C. Horn. They wanted to draft the guys. They wanted to draft the guys they needed, and because they couldn't draft the guys they needed, they picked the best player on their board. That worked out pretty good.
Right.
CeeDee Lamb. They picked the best player on the board. That worked out. Zach Martin. They picked the best player on the board. That worked out. Tyler Guyton. They picked what they needed. Not great so far. Mozzie Smith. They picked what they needed. Didn't work out so great.
That's at
Taco Charlton. They picked what they needed.
That's at the bottom of the first round.
I gave you the exact same number. Micah Parsons was 12.
Okay.
12.
But they also needed help pass rush help. We were all down on DeMarcus Lawrence.
They didn't know he was a pass rusher.
They talked about it a little bit. He got pass rush ability. They needed that position. They need a difference maker.
I'm just saying they
needed a difference maker on defense. They needed a difference maker on defense.
Well, everybody needs a difference maker on defense at all times. All I'm saying is if you are telling me 4 positions are not allowed with your first round picks, I'm telling you your chances of making bad picks are going way up.
And I think we're talking about different conversations at 12 and 20.
12. Well, you think people would be okay with taking an offensive player at 20?
It depends on what you get at 12.
Well, it'll be a defensive player. We took a defensive player.
And
it's just to me, free agency is for need. Draft is for best players, best values. Fill all your needs. The idea that
you don't fill needs in the draft is
it's part of it.
It's
for sure.
naive.
It's part of it.
This whole notion that you're
and it's more the further you go.
Yeah. You're filling needs. That's why you're in the draft. And it sounds good that we just want to focus on the best player, but you got obvious needs on this defense. And I asked Jerry about this. Why not an all defensive draft? That's the fire that's burning.
I think it's possible.
We talk about all lives matter, all players matter, all positions matter. They do, and all positions matter. But the fire is on defense right now. It's raging.
Well, the fire extinguisher.
Let's put the extinguisher on the defense.
Why don't you break out the extinguisher on Monday?
Well, they're going to do that
Go sign a linebacker, a corner,
let's
a safety.
Focus on the draft, and let's focus on defense and free agency and the draft.
They will. They're going to.
You had the number one offense in the league, number one scoring offense in the league. You should even get better in year two with more comfort with Shoddy and really understanding how you can use CD and Pickens. You should only get better from inside. But you need help. You need infusion of talent on defense.
You're right. I just think they should spend money on it.
What we can do both.
If you go in and you tell me I'm not allowed to use pick 12 or 20 on offensive line,
we're not
defensive
say
tackle,
that, never say never,
wide
right?
receiver,
never say never,
or tight end, then I'm gonna tell you, man, we're trying hard to fail at this.
So what if Love falls to 12? You just signed a corner. You just signed a running back.
I'd take him at 20.
I'll take him at 20. He's the best player by far at 12 for you.
I can do it.
Okay.
I can maybe do it.
You want to take a tight end at 20, but you want to take Love at 12.
Let's take them both.
Okay.
We're going to have to spend a lot of money on defense.